ground. Just allow your back to arrive. You can have your knees bent if you want to, feet on the ground. And just take this time here just to adjust. So you might get here and you might feel a little uncomfortable. Maybe you need to sort of lift the head or the shoulders. Just find that sort of comfortable position. So sort of nestle in here. Taking a moment to arrive, to settle. Relaxing through the face. If the feet are on the ground and the knees are bent, allow the knees to fall in towards each other. So that just allows the hips and the pelvis just to soften and relax. You might have that natural curve in your lower back, that's fine. Close down your eyes. Allowing yourself this time for you to connect to your breath, to your body, and hopefully giving the mind a little bit of space. So the mind always comes in, there's always thoughts going on, that sort of inner conversation that we have. And we can't necessarily stop that from happening, but it's about taking our focus somewhere else. So maybe take your focus to the contact that you make with the ground, the temperature of the floor, of the mat. Maybe you can feel the material of your clothes against your skin. Just notice all those different sensations. Are you gripping anywhere? Are you holding? And you allow the breath to ease in those places that we're gripping. There's places that are completely relaxed and we need a little bit of focus there just so we can bring them into our practice. Bring one hand onto your heart and one onto your belly. Take a full breath in, feel that expansion, feel the hands gently move away from each other. As you exhale, barely dropping back down to the ground and settle. And there is this sort of gentle movement through the hands with the breath. And as we breathe in, the hands gently have a bit more distance. And when we exhale, the hands gently come back towards each other. And just focus on that sensation for a moment. Lengthening the breath to your rhythm. A couple more. Legs are out long, just start to bring your feet to the floor, so bending the knees. And for those whose knees are touching, just separate the knees and bring the feet hip distance apart. You can release the hands, just take the hands up above the head first of all, taking a stretch. Breathe into the ribs, into the chest. Once more, breathe in, reach through the hands. And breathing out, slowly soften and relax through the shoulders. Interlace the fingers, bring them behind your head. And you can slowly open the eyes here if you want to, or you can keep your eyes closed and allow me to guide you with my voice. Bringing the hands to sort of create a nest for the head and thumbs extending. just use your thumbs to gently massage the occipital ridge, which is the base of the skull, where we join the neck. Just take a few moments just to circle the thumbs here. We hold quite a lot of tension here. Maybe you take those thumbs down the neck a little. Self-love, self-massage. And then you can keep the thumbs extended if you wish. Keep the hands interlaced behind the head. Open those the elbows out left to right. Again, you'll find that natural curve as you do. So breathe in. As you breathe out, find your lower back. So tilt the pelvis up. Bring the elbows towards each other. Maybe you lift the head a little off the floor and the shoulders. And then as you breathe in, lower the head back down, create space, open up through the chest. So you can almost think cat and cow here through the spine. Exhale, draw the elbows towards each other, lift the head, chin to chest, gaze towards the knees, and just move with your breath. So we inhale to open. Exhale to just gently lift. You don't have to force anything. Navel drawing back towards the spine. And then as we inhale, we release. Just take a couple more, moving with your breath. So mindful core activation here. Waking up through left and right side of the spine. Lengthening through the muscles. Building strength, but also stretching. Do one more. And on that exhale, just pause for a moment. Keeping the head, the shoulders lifted. Release the hands, reach them forward. From here, just lift the gaze up so we're releasing the chin slightly. Palms face up towards the ceiling. We hold for 3, 2, 1, and slowly rolling back down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give them a little squeeze. Rock from side to side. Just waking up through the body. Back to center. Release the feet back to the ground, and from here we're going to bring our hands onto the floor next to our hips. So we're just going to wake up the back of the body here. So again, this movement through the spine, we're used to this now, practice it quite often. So exhale, find the lower back on the ground, and as you inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips back down. Inhale here, open up through the chest, and then exhale, root the lower back down, and inhale, lift the hips. Keep this going, just move with your breath, remembering on that exhale when we lower to take an inhale here, and then exhale, finding that lower back and lifting the hips on the inhale. Just a couple more. The next time you lift the hips, keep them lifted. Root down through your left foot, push into your hands, so you're really rooting down through your hands. Open up through the chest. Maybe push into that left heel. This might be available to you. If not, then please leave it behind. But perhaps you can lift your right foot up towards the ceiling and then lower your right foot down. Inhale, lift the hips again. Exhale, lift that left leg. Inhale here, reach. Exhale, lower that left foot down. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lowering the hips down. Bring the knees back into the chest. This time we're going to take some circles here. So hands on the knees, circling the knees, the hips. Take the circle as wide, as big as you want to, or you can keep it small. And then switch, take it the other way. So just this nice mindful movements. Feel that little massage in the lower back. Come back to center. Moving the knees just gently away from the body. Don't worry too much about this arch. You can tilt the pelvis here slightly so you can root down a little bit more. Take the hands out left to right. Nice full breath. As you exhale, just rock the knees towards the left. Not all the way to the floor, just go as far as you can. And then inhale, lift back up. Exhale, take the knees to the right. Inhale, lift back up. Just a few more from side to side. Notice if you're sort of tensing through the face. Quite often we take any stress, if we're feeling like we're concentrating or really working hard, we can tense the muscles of the face. Just notice if you are here and just see if you can release them. Soften. The next time your knees are over to the left, allow your knees to come all the way down. Now if this feels too much, you can release the feet to the floor and then allow them to come down to the floor. Take your head over to the right. Nice deep breath here. As you inhale, tap into your center, lift those knees back up, and we repeat on the other side, taking the knees to the right. Maybe opening that left palm up towards the ceiling and looking towards the left. One more breath here. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, hug the knees in. And again, you don't have to hold on to the shins. So sometimes this can be too much, putting too much pressure on the knees. You can hold on to the back of the thighs. Take 4 deep breaths. Release your left foot to the ground. And your right hand is going to come on the inside of your right leg. And maybe you can hold on to the outside of the right foot. So sometimes we have to lift up first to get this grip and then lower back down. Maybe that's not available to you and you hold on to the shin. You can use both hands here if you want to. We're going to open this right knee out towards our right armpit, towards the right side. Our half happy baby pose. Take a full breath. Bring it back to center. Left hand now on the outside of that right thigh. And just allow your hips to roll to the left. You can take this right leg out straight, right arm open up. If you don't have the space or it doesn't feel good, you can stack the knees just like we did a moment ago. And then rolling back through center, send that right leg up towards the ceiling. Again, hands behind the thighs. Just pull that right leg in a little, pushing against the hands with the leg and the hands against the leg. Take a full breath. Exhale. As you inhale, maybe you can lift the head and the shoulders up and you take the hands a little bit higher. Nice full breath. You can circle the foot here. Get a bit of movement into the ankle. And then lower back down. Cross that right ankle over the left knee and then draw that left knee in. So we're threading through, coming into our figure 4 or reclined pigeon. Flex through both feet. Imagine you're pushing the feet, especially this left leg, against a wall. So we are active here. Then maybe you can draw that left knee in a little bit closer, getting a lovely stretch. the left leg in. From here, left hand on the inside of this leg, so you can cross it over, or just hold on to the outside of the left foot and then drawing it out towards the armpit area. Again, if this is too much, you can hold on to the back of the thigh and just open up here. You can hold the shin, take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. From here, just release that left hand, bring the right hand over to the outside of that left foot and then just allow the hips to roll. You can extend this left leg, you can open up the left arm, taking a twist. Always inviting that conscious breath. Inhaling. And exhaling to bring yourself back. Take that left foot up, push the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling, hands behind the thigh. Maybe walk your hands up the leg just a little. Relax through the shoulders, drop the shoulders away from the ears. You can circle the foot. Only take it as far as you need. I can feel lots of tightness in the top of this left foot actually, so these mindful movements are really good just to tune into where you need a little bit more. And then exhale, soften, lower the head back down and cross that left ankle over the right knee and draw that right thigh in. Again, activate through both feet. Relax through the shoulders. Just rocking from side to side. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Bring your feet back to the ground. Bring your feet together and then allow your knees to open out. So the soles of the feet come together, coming into our Supta Baddha Konasana, our reclined cobbler's pose. Take a breath here. If you want to, you can mirror the legs with the hands and interlace the hands again behind your head. If you want to give yourself a little bit of a massage here, feel free. Close your eyes. Find that space. Open up. One more breath here. Behind your head, or bring them there if they're not already. We're going to go through that movement again, keeping the legs where they are. So we inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin, lift the head, elbows towards each other, gazing towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lower back down, open up. Exhale, lifting. Squeezing. Inhale, open. Exhale to lift. Two more in your own time. Then release your head back down. Hands come to the outside of the thighs, helping to bring the knees back in. Rolling over onto one side, and then pushing yourself back up into a seat. So come into a seat, crossing the legs. Take a moment here, maybe sitting on a cushion just to lift the hips a little. Bring the hands to your knees, to your thighs, and just allow yourself to get into this position. So notice the hips on the floor. Grow through the spine, lengthen, but without causing that tension, not forcing anything. Relax through the shoulders. Maybe close your eyes for a breath or two. Notice already how your body can feel different from those gentle, mindful movements. Maybe you can feel the sensations in the core where we've activated. Take another breath. You're going to interlace the hands. Slowly open your eyes if they're closed. Push the palms away from you. Take a moment here to really opening up here. Notice what's going on in these shoulders, how the shoulders feeling. Sitting up nice and tall, still having this awareness through the front of the body. On your next inhale, take the arms up above your head. And as you exhale, just gently leaning over towards the right. Keeping this left hip rooted. Come back to center and then take it over towards the left. You can even start to look out to the right a little. We're going to go once more to each side. So we inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Bring the hands now behind your head. Keeping that lock, that interlace. We inhale again. Open up through the chest. Exhale, round through, elbows draw in, navel back towards the spine. You can really drop the chin, you can use the weight of the hands to get that nice stretch. 4 more. Inhale, open. Exhale to round. Continue. Towards the right side. It's almost like you're trying to bring that elbow towards the hip. Feel that stretch. Maybe you can feel that stretch in that left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center and then take it to the left side. Once more on each side. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale. On this side, release the left hand down to the floor. Take that right arm up and over. Nice stretch. You can always send that left hand away if you want to. Come back through center and take it to the other side. Right hand down, left hand reaches. Breathe in through that hip all the way up to the fingertips. Maybe slide that right hand away. Back through center, reach both hands up. Exhale, bend the elbows, so cactus those arms. You can take a back bend here if you want to, but listen to your body. So if looking up, just that simple gazing up changes the position of the spine. If this is too much, keep the gaze forward. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips. You'll be feeling this in the shoulders. Exhale, draw the hands down. Almost like you're pulling your hands through mud. Inhale, reach up. Last time. Exhale, pull them down. Inhale to reach. Exhale, folding forwards. Bring your hands out in front of you. Allow the hands just to arrive wherever. Soften here. Allow your body to sort of fold inwards. Anything you need. You don't need to have any sort of strength here. Just allow the fingertips to soften the hands, the shoulders. Really drop the head. Taking a couple of breaths. bend into this right knee, give that foot a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a circle, and we're going to start to circle this knee. So bringing it in through the body, out to the side, and back in. And again, if you need to come down to forearms, you can do this here. Just opening up through the hip, building strength, flexibility. We're also working on that mobility here, so just some gentle circles and then take it the other way. Again, just check in with the front of the body. And then release that right knee back down to the ground. Send the hips back, just coming off the hands, coming off the wrists. And again, if you're on the forearms, you can drop the hips back and slide the hands back. Just take a moment. Nice full breath. Breathe into the back of the body. And then slowly coming back up. So we're going to repeat on the other side. Anchor down, find these points first through the hand, dial the hands out so the shoulders are wrapping around. You have this nice firm base. You can claw through the fingertips, slightly root down through the top of that right foot, and then lift. Slowly extend that left leg. Notice. So as you push this left leg away, there is intention here, okay? There is this strength as we extend, and then soften slightly and just take a few circles with that foot, and then bend the knee and begin those circles. So you can open the hip as much as you want to. Maybe one side is easier than the other, so just checking in. Just a couple more, and then we'll reverse it. Take it the other way. Check in with that front of the body. Have we allowed those connections to drop? One more circle here. And then release right knee down. Take the knees wide, big toes to touch. Take the hands further forward. If you're on forearms, come up onto the hands and then shift the hips back. Have a little wiggle here through the hips, side to side, stretching into those shoulders, maybe even looking forwards towards the mat, towards the front of the mat. It does change the stretch in the shoulders. Forearms are lifted. Keep the forearms lifted if you're able to as you drop the head towards the floor. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't come anywhere close. Start to tuck the chin into your chest. Draw the hands back just a little bit so you have a bit more space, and maybe you can bring the crown of the head towards the floor. Again, it doesn't have to touch. It's just that intention. Stretching into the shoulders. One more breath. Inhale and look forward again. And then exhale, soften into the arms, drop the head down. The hands can come towards each other. Maybe you place the hands underneath the forehead. Maybe you stack the hands if your head doesn't quite come to the floor. We'll use a block. We'll take a couple of breaths here. So you'll notice, you will feel that energy through the body. So there is this mindful strength going on, that we're moving in a conscious way, moving slowly. We don't have to strengthen and tone and do all these things by moving at a quick pace all the time. We can slow it down. Take another breath. Check in with how your knees are. Do you need to pad them out? And then we rise up. hands where they are. Okay, so we have this distance. The toes are touching. From here, root left hand down, right hand lifts up. Reach, open up. Exhale, right hand comes down to the floor. We switch, we take the left arm up. Reaching. Exhale, left hand comes down. 2 more to each side. Inhale, open up. Exhaling, we release. Continue. One more on each side. When we come back, take that right arm all the way back up. And this time we're going to thread the right arm through. So taking it all the way through, threading the needle, coming under that left arm. And take that left arm forward in front, reaching through the hand, palm down. If this is too much, you can always bring that hand back to the floor, but use it to open up slightly. So spiraling this left shoulder back, maybe the gaze comes up towards the ceiling, maybe you can look underneath this left upper arm. Full breath. On that exhale, drawing this navel in towards the spine. Exhale to soften. Bring the left hand back. If it's extended, push into that left hand. Plant the right hand down. We repeat on the other side. If you need to adjust the knees, do. Inhale, take that left arm up. Exhale, draw this navel in as you come underneath this right arm and then resting down on the left side of the head. Again, right hand can stay where it is or extend it in front. You can come onto fingertips and gazing out towards the right. And maybe opening up a little bit more, looking up towards the ceiling. Nice, deep, fluid breaths. Bring the right hand back down. Push into the right hand. Bring your left hand back. Bring the knees back underneath the hips. Again, come into this tabletop position. Extend that right leg behind you. Push into the right heel, into the sole of the foot. And just gently lift and lower. Trying to maintain this strength, this awareness through the front of the body. So we're lifting the heel up, and lowering the toes down towards the floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And this time sweep the toes over towards the left side. And then gently looking over towards the left side, gazing at that right foot. Nice full breath. Bringing this leg back through center, draw the right knee in towards the chest. Think our cat and cow movement here. So we're in cat rounding through. We're going to step the right foot up in between the hands. So if you need to help this leg get here, take your time. Right foot up, arriving in our low lunge. And again, find a little bit of movement here. Swaying the hips from side to side, opening up through the chest. From here, root down through that front foot, through the back foot, and then inhale, rise up. Reach your hands up. Just check in that right knee is over right ankle, that the left knee is under the left hip, reaching up. Awareness in the front of the body. So we're going to take a nice stretch in a moment into the hips, but let's just have this containment here. Inhale. As you exhale, cactus the arms, maybe lean back slightly, looking up. Inhale to reach. 2 more. Exhale, cactus the arms. Legs are strong. Find that anchor. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, reach now. Exhale, maybe wiggle that foot forward slightly and then drop the hips a little. You can bring the hands onto your waist if you want to, or resting on this right thigh. Roll those shoulders back. Allow this sort of stretch here into the front of that left thigh. Nice full breath. Still rooting down through that back foot. You get a real stretch here. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the hands down and they're going to come on the inside of the right foot now. Walk that right foot out just a little. You can be on a block here if you need to. Okay. Just take a moment here. You can rock the hips slightly. Nice full breath. Just coming into our modified lizard pose. Inhale, look forward, lift that chin. Exhale, round. Tuck the chin. Draw this navel in. So you won't have loads of space here to round through. Inhale, looking up. Exhale to round. Once more. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale to round. Bring the right hand to the right side of this right foot. So we're framing this foot now, and as you exhale, shift the hips back, walk the hands back slightly. You can have a bend in this knee. Exhale, folding over into our half splits. Drop the head, you can wiggle through. Maybe you start to straighten a bit more through this leg. Nice full breath. And then exhale, roll forward. Left hand down, right arm lifts up. And then exhale, release right hand down and step that right knee back. Big toes to touch, knees wide, shift the hips back. Take a child's pose. If wide child's isn't your thing, you can always bring the knees together or come into puppy posture with the hips lifted and the forearms on the ground. One more breath. Rising back up. Come back to our tabletop position. Roll those shoulders out, so dial the hands out slightly, rooting down, extend this left leg behind us. Push into the sole of that foot, and then again, inhale to lift, exhale to lower. So just move in a mindful way for you, so you don't have to lift or lower too far. Just a couple more. And then slide the left toes over towards the right. Push into the toes, push into your hands, and then as you exhale, look over towards the right side. Nice, full, deep breath. Bring it back through center as you exhale. Draw that knee in towards your chest, round through. Take a breath here. You can flex through this left foot as we then plant the left foot in between the hands. Again, come into this low lunge, take a moment to stretch, wiggle from side to side. Move forward and back, anything that works for you. Open up through your chest. Nice full breath. Root down through the feet. As we inhale, we rise up. Reaching through the hands, knees sort of at that 90-90 position. Navel draws in, strong. On your next exhale, draw the elbows down, maybe look up. Inhale to reach. Exhale, draw the hands down, navel draws back. Inhale to reach. Exhale, draw them back. Inhale to reach. And this time, wiggle that foot forward just a little so you have a bit more space. And then exhale, bring your hands down to this left thigh. Just drop the hips a little, feel that stretch. Relax through the shoulders, through the face. Nice full breath. Particularly important to root down through this back foot. Get a really nice stretch. Maybe you can soften more here. Quite often we'll still have this lift. Listen to your body. And then as we exhale, we bring the hands down onto the inside of this left foot. And you can take the left foot out. You can even turn the toes off if that gives you a bit more space. Maybe you're on fingertips, maybe on a block or a cushion. And again, just settle in for a moment. You can have a wiggle. On your next inhale, roll the shoulders back, look forward, think cow pose here. Exhale, tuck the chin round through. You can lift up slightly here through the hips. And again, inhale, moving forward. Exhale, rounding through. Couple more. When you exhale and round through, maybe even have that lift through the pelvic floor. Last one. As you inhale, come forward, drop. Sorry, move this left hand to the outside of the left foot. Where the hips are dropped, just start to lift the hips up, and as you do, maybe push that left foot forward slightly. You can have a bend in this knee, lifting the left toes. Keep the hands where they are, or you can walk them back a little. Roll the shoulders back, inhale. Notice if you're dropping the hips out to the right, can you level the hips off? Exhale, folding over. Take a breath. Release the weight of the head. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, plant that foot. Right hand down. Inhale, take the left arm up. Exhale, left hand comes down. Keep the hands where they are. Use that left knee back and shift the hips back. So you can either come into a wide child or maybe even slide the hands further forward, keeping the hips stacked over the knees as you then melt the heart down towards the ground. Maybe forearms down, maybe lifted. Feel that stretch through the shoulders, the upper back. Nice full breath. From here, inhale, look up. Keeping the hands further forward, we're going to lower the elbows to the floor and then lower the hips down. So we end up onto our pelvis, hands rooted down in front of us, elbows underneath the shoulders, roll the shoulders back. Have this engagement here. So we're pushing the pelvis down, helping to look after the lower back. We arrive in our Sphinx Pose. Nice full breath. Imagine you're drawing the hands towards you and away from each other. As you exhale, look over towards the left. Come back to center. Look over towards the right. Back to center. Exhale, release. Come down, just bring your hands on top of each other, forehead resting. Just rock your knees from side to side, or rock your hips so the ankles and the feet roll. You can speed it up as much as you want to. And then from here, bend the knees and do the same. So just rocking from side to side. And then come back to center, and then allow the feet. It's a bit like I always think of like lying on the beach or reading a book and you're wiggling your feet as children would. Just take a moment like you're trying to tap your bottom with your heels. Just easing off. And then slowly extend those legs again. Tuck the toes under. Feel this stretch. Push into the toes so that the knees lift. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Keep those knees lifted. From here, just roll up gently into a cobra. Exhale, roll back down. 2 more. See if you can keep those knees lifted. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, rolling back down. Last one. From here, drop the knees. Keep the toes tucked. Push back up onto the knees. Only one downward dog here. If this isn't right for you today, feel free. Maybe you come into a dolphin variation by lowering forearms down and lifting here. This is always a possibility. Hands down, tuck the chin, look back towards your knees, push the hips back and then lift those hips up. Take one full buoyant breath here. And another. Let's do one more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lower the knees down. We're going to come through onto our backs again in a moment. So you can either cross the ankles, walk the knees forward and shift back, or you can just roll over onto your bottom. Just take the feet out in front of you just briefly. Lengthen through the legs. And then bend the knees. Reach those hands up. So allow the hands just to trace past the ears. As you exhale, folding forwards. Take our Paschimottanasana. Seated, forward fold. Maybe you can extend the legs out fully. 3 breaths. As we inhale, we look forwards. As we exhale, we fold. 2 more. Move with your breath. Roll back up. Bring your feet to the floor. Shift your bottom forward slightly. And then slowly roll down. Maybe palms face up. Roll the shoulders back. Rolling all the way down to the floor. Take the arms long. Take the feet long. A full body stretch. Over towards the right bottom corner. Take that left foot over the top of the right. Hold on to the left wrist with the right hand. Lift the head and shoulders and move them over towards the top right hand corner. You can gaze up towards the ceiling. Maybe you cactus the arms here. You can always bring the hands behind the head or take that full stretch. Drawing this left arm up and over towards the right. Soften through the shoulders, breathe. Slowly come back through center. Set yourself up again, so extending the legs, extending the arms, walking the feet over to the left. Crossing right foot over the left. You don't have to, but if it's available, perhaps give it a go. Hold on to the right elbow of the left hand and then Reaching over towards the left side. You can lift the head and shoulders and move it over as much as is available to you. Breathe into the right side of the body. Slowly make your way back through center. From here, drawing the knees in, either release one foot down and come back into our half happy baby, or keeping both knees in, bring the hands on the inside. You can lift your head here to hold the feet or the shins and then lower back down. Separate the feet away from each other. Have this space, like you're trying to plug these knees in. Find the lower back on the floor. You can take 4 breaths here. If you're doing half happy baby, swap on your second breath. Start to close down the eyes if you haven't already. And then slowly releasing hands, releasing the feet. Give the knees one more squeeze, one more hug. Maybe lift the head. Maybe you can hold on to the outer edge of the feet here, curling yourself up into a ball. And then release everything. Coming into our full Shavasana, if this is comfortable for you. If not, take another comfortable position. Maybe the knees falling in like we did at the beginning, or our reclined cobblers. Take up space with the hands for a moment. Take the feet as wide as your mat, maybe even wider. Allow the palms to face up, the fingertips to naturally curl in. And if you haven't already, close down the eyes or soften your gaze. Notice. Are you still gripping, holding on? Real opportunity here to release and let go. So allow the ground to support you, to hold you. Invite the front of the body to drop back towards the back of the body. Everything sinking and grounding down. Take a few breaths here. Take one hand to your heart and the other hand onto your belly. Just like where we started. This loving gesture towards ourselves, towards our body. Feeling the breath enter and leave. Perfect opportunity to set an intention for the rest of your day. Maybe a little mantra to yourself. I'm strong, I'm powerful. The practice of yoga and the practice we've just done very much about moving mindfully, building that strength in a loving, mindful way. So take a few moments here to give yourself thanks for how your body moved, how your body spoke to you if things didn't feel quite good in certain places. Just thanks for who you are and for giving yourself this time. Just take a few moments here, bathing in our gratitude to each other, to ourselves. Let's take one more full, complete, nourishing breath together as we breathe in through our nose. Expand. Hold at the top. Exhale, release. Slowly wiggle the feet, toes, the fingertips. Maybe take a stretch if you need to. Just allow that movement to come back into the body. Be intuitive. Listen to what you need. And then rolling over onto one side. And making your way back up into a seat. Bring your hands together at your heart. Bow your forehead to your hands. Acknowledging it's each other, ourselves, and all the teachers around us who come in many forms. To me, to you, thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. Lots of love as always. Namaste.